Hello my fellow crafters and welcome back to my channel. My name is David and today I'm going to be working in my art journal and I'm going to use my new collection journal Elements. Now I've got a page ready to work on. I'm just going to have some fun, just play fairly, that's what it is. Let's switch cameras so we can actually see what I've got prepared. I took this page out of my journal, which is a page that I made with the samples for the new release, and I've got a blank page here. So I'm going to use that panel. I'm going to create the panel to put on there. And it's going to be quite simple, but fun. I think it's going to be fun. So I'm just going to need this. I'm going to make a line right in the middle. And I'm going to use, and I saw this in a video from a lady a while ago, and I can't remember her name, and I couldn't find it. I tried to look it up, just couldn't find it. But I'll keep looking, and then I'll mention her. But it was a lovely lady who made great videos. So yeah, I'm going to use this, the Elegant Rider from Speedball Art. And I'm going to use that to draw a line. Now, if you hear some howling in the background, that is my puppy that doesn't want to be in the bench. But yeah, he's got to get used to that. So he'll go to sleep in a second. So let me just draw a line. Sort of a messy line, like that. And then I'm going to come in with a flat brush, like this, and my water. And what I'm going to do, I want it to flow this way, so I'm just going to touch that line with the water. So this marker is water reactive, and I'm going to let the water flow and do its thing. Just gonna let that flow down a bit. And the funny thing about this is there are multiple colors coming out of this black. Now we know black is a mixture of colors. But yeah, that's really funny, this. So now I'm coming in with my flat brush, with my round brush, because I've got a bit more control. I will just let that make it wet, and it's like with watercolor. Where it's wet, it will flow. If it's not wet, it will not flow. You see there's also sort of a pinkish purple coming out. Really fun. So I think that's enough. And I'm going to dry that. But I love the colors that come out of that. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that same marker and I'm going to make some dots coming out. Like that. Then I'm going to take my water and spritz that. And just let that flow a bit. Now, what I'm going to do on this side, I'm just going to mop up that water that I don't want on this side. So I'm just going to clean that up a bit. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I don't want it to go too far that way. So I'm just going to mop up what I don't need. And dry that again. Now next I'm covering up this area where I don't want the splatters, and I'm going to splatter using my black crayon. Now you can use any black crayon or use whatever you want to do for splattering, but I want to use the crayon because I like the effect it gives. So how I'm doing that is I'm just wetting that. Now this is a Caran d'Ache, you can use any you want. I'm just going to splatter a bit. Like that, that's it. Like so, and we're done. So this side is clean, that side has the splatter on. Now I need to make sure the splatters are dry because for the next step I'm going to do some stamping on that side. And I need to mask off this bit. So this needs to be thoroughly dried. I'm going to take this piece of paper that I just used. I'm going to put that like so. And then I'm going to take my script stamp. Which is in the new release. And I'm going to ink that up. Now I don't need to do the whole stamp because I only need a part of that. So I'm going to line this up and I'm going to stamp this out. Now, just a little trick. Like now I don't want the stamping to go all the way. So what I do, I just tear a bit of paper tissue, paper towel. And I'm going to put that right above the line there and here below the line, and that makes sure that I won't get the stamping above that area, but because I ripped it, it has more of a natural edge to it and not such a hard line as I would have had with paper. And I'm going to stamp that out. Yes, lovely. Lovely. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Loving that. Okay, that one can go to the side. Now, I want to decorate a bit here on the inside, and one of the stamps that I want to use is this one. And I'm going to use, well, let me see which one I want to use, because they can all work. But I want to use, I think I'm going to use this one, which is more a bit of a line still. So let me grab a block. And ink that up. I'm just going to do the middle part, this part. I'm going to stamp that right there. And another one. Just filling up. There we go. I like that. Next I'm coming in with another stamp set from a while ago now. This is from the Lost in the Woods special kit. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this stamp. Put that on a block. Let me get another one. My blocks are getting well used. Going to take my black ink. I'm just going to ink up this bit there. You see that? You see the shine? And I'm going to stamp that out. There we go. I just want some texture in that center bit. Next, I'm going to stamp out this flower. I think I'm going to use this bit. Now this is a border flower, a border stamp. You don't have to use it as a border. I'm using it just as a stamp. Like so. And I'm going to dry that quickly and I'm going to fussy cut around it. Now I won't bother you with fussy cutting, so I'll be back soon. Now I'm not the best at fussy cutting at all, but I managed to do it. But there's a nice trick that makes it look even better, and that is coming in with a Sharpie from the back and just coloring in the sides, taking away that white, and if you missed a bit or cut a bit too deep, nobody will notice. Well, you guys know because you just saw me do that, but I think this is a very nice trick to, yeah, clean up your fussy cutting. And it makes it look nice and clean, and it takes away the white borders. Or the white core of the paper, I should say. You see? Perfect. Loving that. Now, I'm not going to do much coloring, but I do want to use a tiny bit of that effect of that black. So let me, where's my brush? I'm just coming in with a wet brush, wetting that and just pulling that color out a tiny bit. Like so. To make it match the paper. I'm just going to spray that and fairly let it do the same thing as it did on my background paper. And then I'm going to dry that. And this big puddle here at the bottom, I'm just mopping that up. Next I'm taking a bit of my black thread. This is just plain cotton, and I'm just going to frummel that up. I don't know if that's English, but I think it is. And I'm going to pick that up with my glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a nice big blob of glue. Now I'm going to use my Kids' Choice glue for that, because that will give it a nice blob. So a kind of a thicker glue. And for this I like that. So I'm going to do that. Take my tweezers. Oops. Pick up that cotton thread and just position this where I want it, and that is approximately there. There we go. I like that. Now this takes a bit longer to dry than my other glues, but look, I love it. Now this is missing something, and that is a sentiment. So let me just grab my sentiments. And the saying that I'm going to use from my new stamp set, the Journal Phrases 3, is enjoy the process. And by the way, cutting these out with this Elizabeth Craft Designs scissors is like a charm. Now let me try something. I want to use this marker to go around the edges. I'm not sure that's going to work. Slightly on. Yeah, that works. And then I want to try something. There we go. And I'm just going to spritz that. Oh, yes, it works. Love it when a plan comes together, right? I'm just going to spray that towards the inside to create the same color effect we've got there. And dry that again. I'm just dabbing off the excess. I'm going to take my glue and my tweezer, and I'm going to put that right there. Loving this. Whew. Love it when a plan comes together. I'm liking these pens. I'm going to do more with that. Definitely. Now, next what I want to do is I'm just going to take my Sharpie And around the edge, as I do with my cards fairly, make a faux black border. And that will make it stand out from the background a bit more. Be careful though that you don't ruin your project. Don't ask me how I know. It's a bit scary doing this as the last step. I could have done that to begin with, but I didn't know I wanted it. There we go. So let's glue this onto here. I'm just gonna fold this open to give me some more flat area and just glue this on. There we go. And here is it, the finished result of my art journal spread using my latest collection. And I love it. Yeah, I love the stamps and the crunchiness. Yeah, really happy with how this one turned out. If you like it too, give this video a thumbs up and consider to subscribe to my channel. That would really make my day. So thank you for joining me today, and I love to see you for the next one. Thank you. Bye.